Good morning, everyone. This is Fariba. Thank you for joining me. This class is Chiseled. There's no music because the audio gets distorted. So if you want to play your own favorite music as you work out with me, that would be great. Something mid-tempo, not too fast and not too slow. We're going to warm up. We're going to reach through. Keep your back nice and strong. You don't want to hunch your back. As we do the warm-up, I want to go through some technique that you should have. Work on the technique all the way throughout the class. Don't worry about the intensity. Intensity should be the third concept that you do reach up. So form and technique is number one. Range of motion is number two. Then intensity. For this class, you're going to be needing 2 sets of weight, one light one, one heavy one. If you don't happen to have weights, feel free to use body weight. It's great. You can use your body weight as well. Double time. At all time, lift the chest up and draw the shoulders down and back. So you use your core. If I do this, there is no activation in my core. Very nice. Side to side. You're gonna go push back. Push back, push back, push back, push back. Now hold it here, simply pushing back, trying to warm up, and activate your inner thigh, push the knee out, feel those hips opening up. Great work, beautiful. All the way through. Again, you're going to go back to that warm up. We're going to go twice and push back with that leg. Push back. Activate your arms at the same time so you get the benefit of the warm up. The purpose of the warm up is to get the body ready for a intense workout. So you want to be very good with your warm-up and you don't want to make it very intense. Here we go. We're going to march on the spot. We're going to do a V-step. You're going to go out, out, and in, out, and in. As I go out, I evenly distribute my weight. I do not lean forward towards that right knee or left knee in your case may be. So you may want to make sure that you are in a full position. When you do this, you're going to come to the center. Other side, you always have to lead with both legs. Therefore, we don't cause injuries. You don't want to always lead with the stronger side of the body. Again, evenly distribute your weight, allowing to body to increase your heart rate and warm you up for the vigorous workout. We're gonna squat and we're gonna kick through. We're gonna squat. We're gonna kick through. When I squat, my knees doesn't move. Very small move. This is not a great squat that loads the knee. Unfortunately, you would see it a lot all over the place, but you want to make sure you put the knee doesn't go over your heels and certainly not over your toes. So they're sort of stabilizing here as I move. My upper back is flat. The tendency is to do this. When you do this, you don't activate the core and you put your body in a kyphosis position, which is not good for our body. We're going to be doing a little bit of a circle in the hips. If you have hip issues, please don't do that and do a front kick. Not one exercise is recommended for everybody. It's best to always listen to your body. One thing I always say in my classes is you want to make sure that you have pain in the muscle, not pain in the joint. Pain in the joint is an indication of backing off. Very nice. And we all have egos. And sometimes we let our egos take over. And when you get my age, ego meaning physio for months, you want to make sure you have a safe and effective workout. One more. Very nice. Good job. I'm going to do a few upper body movement. When I warm up, I don't do a lot of fast movement because it uses a lot of joint. And we want to minimize, especially when you grab a 5 pounds or 10 pounds dumbbell, you want to minimize your usage of joint. You want to make sure that you work the muscles around it and the joints will be strong for your lifetime. Very nice. Good work. Couple of technique points. When I go over the head here, I really don't have to transition because it's my body weight. But when I grab a dumbbell and I go from this plane to this plane, I do transition so I don't hurt my shoulders. So you want to grab your heavy weight. The first track is going to be your back. We're going to lunge and we're going to lengthen the spine. Make sure your knees does not go over your heels. I purposely stopped the music because I want you to hear my technique. Once you've got my technique, you can always play your own music in your background. I want to show you my slide profile. If I go lower, it's harder, but what you don't want to see is this or this for that matter. If you have knee issues, back off and go back up a little bit. We're going to keep our hands aligned with our elbows. We're not going to do this. If you're going to do this, you want to have your hands out and have your shoulders down. That will be the option that you will have. Hand in, elbow in, or hand out, elbow out. You cannot have hand in and elbow out. Your joints will be out of alignment. And eventually, you're not going to hurt yourself in one class, but eventually you will hurt yourself in many classes. And switch leg. Always go with both legs. Strong chest. Draw the shoulders down and back. I always say we always want to have ballerina posture. So you don't want to jam your upper back down and make it uncomfortable, but you always want to lift your chest up, draw the shoulders down and back. This way you don't have a hunch in your upper back and you're activating your core. Very nice. Good work. We're going to do go back to back, another hip back exercise. You're going to go in, roll it out, come in together, in, roll it out, coming together. You can also do this variation, hand in, hand out, or hands out, elbows out, or my favorite is I come in and I pull. Pull here, and I pull up. Pull. Try to move as slow as possible. I'm not using the music, so I may go a little faster than I would like to, but try to go slower. Especially if you're a taller person, you need to have a lot of space and you need to have a lot of patience and you need to go slower so you contract the muscle and you minimize your joint movement. We're going to do a few more of these. Beautiful. Nice and strong. The purpose of this class is to work your entire muscle group. Good job. Roll the shoulders. Very nice. Nice and easy. Again, I'm going to go up, then overhead press. So I'm going to transition here to this position. And what we're going to do, we're going to move to the side and up. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1, 2, 3, 4, go back, 4, 3, 2, 1, go back, 4, 3, 2, and nice and strong. Roll the shoulders. Here we go. We're going to do a reverse fly. You can keep your toe down. Make sure you don't go this way because that would be a medial deltoid and relic deltoid. You want to hit your rhomboids. Your deltoids are going to be assisting. If you want to make this harder, lift on one leg. And I'm going to engage my hamstring here. 8, 7, soften the elbow. 6, 5, in forward, 4, 3, 2, and switch. Feel free to keep the leg down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and back. I'm going to do a movement that is called a reciprocal. I'm not pausing in the middle, but I am moving both arms simultaneously. So there's no pause like this, but you're gonna move. Now, one thing here, you wanna make sure you do full range of motion. And if you wanna make this exercise harder, you can load one leg. Move slowly, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. I'm going to, in this class, work the opposite muscles. As you work the opposite muscles, as I work my chest, my back stretches, so it's a bit safer to work out that way. Option 1, this is the heaviest you can lift. So if you wanna grab a 10-pound or a 12-pound, I only have an 8-pound with me, so that's what I'm using. You wanna have the elbows out here to a 90 degree. Your hand is aligned with your elbow. You don't wanna bend your wrist. Bending your wrist indicates the weight is too heavy for you. You wanna do full range of motion. If you have no lower back issues or any other issues, you can go on your heels and you can lift your pelvic up. If you do have back issues, you can put a pillow down there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it from a very easy position to a bit harder and then hardest. Here, because I'm on my heel of the opposite leg, I would use my hamstring. Now, I have seen videos that people have gone here. That makes it harder, but it also puts enormous amount of pressure on your lower back. So I like to be slightly above my knee when I do this exercise. And if you really want to work the opposite hamstring, you can also add that movement. So now you're engaging multiple muscles. And switch, feel free to stay down on the floor. Again, leg here makes it harder, but it's a lot harder on the lower back. Again, you can stay here if you wish. That's entirely up to you. I like to be safe. I still feel this exercise in my hamstring. And if I want to work harder, then I take that ankle out a bit. I'll give you an option. You choose the one you like. You don't want to have your back compromised, especially your lower back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Very nice. We're gonna go to a fly. Feel free to take a break at any time. You're gonna bend your elbows, and I'm gonna try to touch the floor. I love to do this exercise, the chest exercises, on a bench, on a step. However, we're at home and we'll have to compromise. If you do have a bench, if you do have a step, feel free to lie on the bench or step. That gives you a full range of motion. I am limited because my tricep will touch the floor. So that's option one, flies. Option two is lift the pelvic up. Option three, lift one leg up. Now, whichever leg I have up, I have that hand stabilizing. I'm gonna move the opposite hand down and up. And watch, I can go on the opposite heel and activate the hamstring as well. You gotta dig that heel into the floor. And then if I'm really up to it, I'm gonna engage a bit more core there by taking the legs up and down. That is entirely up to you. So you can stay here, you can keep both legs on the floor, or you can go to this variation. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and nice and strong switch. We're gonna put the other leg. Again, option one is here. Option two, I'm going to lift the other leg up, and whichever arm I have up, I'm gonna keep that arm up, and then I'm gonna move the other arm down. And then if I feel like it, I can move the leg up and down. You can also do different variations of bringing it in and out. And if you find it's too much, just giving you options. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. You're gonna put the weights down, nice and strong. We're gonna roll up. Good job. We're gonna go up, and I wanna work your legs. So we're gonna do a one-legged squat. If you do have an injury, keep your toe down. If you don't have an injury, you may wanna lift this opposite leg. I have my right leg up, my left leg is bending, and I'm doing a mini squat. I have moved both my weights on my legs, my body. I'm bending my knees slightly. Watch what you don't want to do. You don't really want to jerk and use that knee ligament. So I go down, and it's a very tiny movement. So I load the leg. It's a very tiny movement going towards the ground. So I'm not jerking, I'm pulsing too big. It's almost an isometric contraction there, not quite. Once I do a few, then I hold to an isometric contraction, go as low as my knees will allow me. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, shake it out. A little bit of lactic acid built up is good. Too much lactic acid built up is not good. So you may want to make sure that you do stretch it out. Nice and easy. We're gonna go back to the same leg. I'm gonna bend. I'm gonna take this leg and I'm gonna externally rotate from the hip. And again, my left leg is loaded, 8. If I'm up, I'm not really loading the leg and I'm putting a lot of weight on the knee. Bend from ankle, knee, and hip, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, there we go. Now think you have an obstacle. Go back and forth, 8, 7, 6, 5. Then the opposite leg, 4, 3, 2, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm gonna put that leg back. I'm gonna go to a deep lunge and I'm gonna hold isometrically. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and shake it out. Awesome work. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Feel free not to use the weights and use your body weight. Again, I'm keeping my chest up, drawing my shoulders down and back, and doing the one-legged squat. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Shake that leg if you have to. Now what you want to do is, again, bend from the ankle, knee and hip, not from hinging from the hip. So, and externally, have your inner thigh activated as well as your quadricep. I work on a concept of pushing and pulling, pushing and pulling, pushing. Your opposite leg, your leg that is supporting you should pain you more. 8, 7, 6, hang in there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and now think you have an obstacle again. If you feel too much lactic acid, take a break, shake that leg, and go back into it. Your supporting leg is gonna hurt you more. Bend that supporting leg so you load the leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We got 4 more here because I was talking. 4, 3, 2, and nice and easy. We're gonna take that leg to a lunge. Watch the front knee flexion. You don't wanna have your knees going here. Your knees should be aligned. And the lower you go, the more you load. Pulse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Shake the legs. Shoulders are non-weight bearing joints. You don't walk on your shoulders, so I always go lighter with my shoulders. So feel free. I went from an 8-pound to a 5-pound, and we're going to go to a medial deltoid. I want to show you that I don't change the plane of body from here to here. I could do this, but there's no need, and it compromises your rotator cuff, making your shoulder impingement. So you want to be smooth, you want to bend your elbows. There's nothing wrong with this. However, it's a bit harder on the shoulder joint, so you do what's good for you. You want to move slowly. You don't want to do this. Often I see people jerking the joints. You want to be very smooth at the end of the joint. Now, I like to move and use compound exercises, meaning you use multiple muscles. So I'm going to go out and in, out and in, out and in. 4, 3, move slowly. 2, and switch. Roll the shoulders back. And we're going to go to the other side. 8. Feel free, go back to the beginning. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Roll the shoulders. We're going to go to frontal deltoid. You could just do this. Option 1. Option 2, have the hands down. It's a bit harder. This is more anatomically natural. Option 3, you want to open up, bend both knees, lift the chest up, and you want to take your opposite hand towards your opposite leg. Again, I'm going to bend this way. I use my legs. Because I'm bringing my knee up to my chest, I use my core, I use my quads, and I'm using my frontal deltoid. Multiple muscles engage. You use your buttocks definitely. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. We're going to do the same thing on the other leg. Bend the knee to load the quads and load the hamstring. My hamstrings here on the opposite side, the leg that is standing has to stabilize to hold me. I'm working my core and I'm working my frontal deltoid at the same time, so the multiple muscles are working. A compound exercise. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Elbows in. We're gonna go to a rotator cuff. 4 muscles in your rotator cuff. Is your golfer muscles, is your tennis playing muscles that you use a lot of. I'm in a plie position, but I'm not in a ballet plie. Ballet plie, your ankles are about 180 degrees. I'm about 45 degrees or 90 degrees rather to your leg. You don't want to be all the way out. So the best way to describe it, my knees are aligned with my first and second toe. Every time I go into that plie position, I make sure my knees are not outside my heels. My knees are also always inside my heels so I can activate my inner thigh not to load my knee joint. It's best for rotator cuff to keep your elbows in. There's nothing wrong with having your elbows out. However, I'm going to activate more back. I want to isolate the rotator cuff. For some of you who are dying to work harder, lift those heels up and go lower. Now, I'm not there to watch to see your technique. Please make sure you don't compromise your technique for intensity. As I said, number 1 is form and technique. Number 2 is range of motion. And number 3 is intensity. So don't let this happen backwards from intensity and ditch out the form. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. That was all your 7 muscles in your shoulders. We're going to give your shoulders a break. And we're going to go and activate your hamstring. So I'm going to do another leg trap. I'm going to activate the hamstring here. This deadlift is not recommended for people who have lower back issues. So if you do have a lower back issue, I will give an option in a second. So hip width apart, this is called a stiff-legged deadlift. And your hands are shading your legs. I use shading the legs because you don't want to be here. So I want to show you a good technique. I go here, and up to here, I can keep my back flat. Here, I will arch, and I have to bend my knees, so it takes away from the exercise. I also don't want to do this. So if you bend your knees, you're going to take that to your quads more than taking it to your hamstring. You want to have it. And this is a bit more narrow, and your hands are shading your legs. Your back comes down to an L shape, not to a hunchback shape. So I say mid-shin is a good area. Some of us who have more flexibility possibly can go to your ankle, but I'm not aiming for my ankle. I do feel my hamstring. I don't do this fast. Now, you could activate the hamstring a bit more by lifting one leg and coming in. A lot easier on the right side of my body. Feel free to do two-legged. 3, 4, keep it going. I said I was going to give options to people who do not want to go to you can actually do a pull and push here. And if you can use a band, and that is going to also work your hamstring. If you do have a band, feel free. So you've done 8 on that leg. Let's just do 8 on the other leg. A lot harder on the left side of my body, and maybe the same for you. Very nice. People who are doing one-legged, you may want to make sure that you switch to the other side of the body. I'm trying to control, not to let the shoulders go in and round my upper back. And you could touch the floor each time. If you have a lot of stamina, you may not want to touch the floor. That's entirely up to you. Very nice. Nice and easy. We're going to go back to another hamstring in a minute. We're gonna go to your bicep, but before I go to your bicep, I'm going to use another quadricep exercise. I normally do this with the bands, but we don't have bands. The band's gonna be up here or down here. However, we're gonna have this posture. If I'm here, I'm not gonna get much. I'm not gonna be here, chest out. So we're going to what I call a sumo walk, not a senior's walk. A senior's walk is like this. A sumo walk is nice and strong. You wanna go back. The key point is to stay low. And I'm trying to be creative, use the room in any way of shape I can. This will activate my buttocks. This will activate, you could go diagonally. It's nice to have different variation because body always more works linearly. So make that diagonally. I sort of made diagonal this way. Now I'm gonna make a diagonal this way. So I sort of balance it off. Good job. Now obviously you could have done this with weights and you're sort of marching. Now we're gonna go low, 8. Now I'm gonna go low, keep this isometric as low as possible. 8, 7, lower, 6, back flat, 5, 4, 3, 2. If you don't feel this, go lower. 8, 7. Don't let your butt go below your knee. That's hard. A lot of people do it. It's anatomically hard on our knees. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Shake it out. We're gonna go to your bicep. Again, heavier weights is a bigger muscle. And we're going to take our right leg back. I'll try to make my exercises compound. We're gonna go to a lunge. Watch the front knee flexion. What I don't wanna see is this. When you lift weights, you wanna control the movement. You wanna allow positive phase and negative phase of the exercise. So now, if I wanna make this a compound exercise, it's already a compound exercise because I am lunging as well as bicep. But if I wanna make more, this will be your option. And I can go back once, and I can go side. You can choose the movement. But what you don't want to do is add this movement and lose your technique. You can always go back to meat and potato of just lunging here if you find that one is not good for you. I don't know who's watching me, so I like to give option to everyone who wants to. There we go. And we're gonna go to the other side. Again, feel free. Just go to a lunge, lift the chest up. Now I have to watch myself on the computer screen so I can see my alignment. You may not see your alignment because you're looking at me. So it's good once in a while to get in front of the mirror and look at your posture, look at your knee alignment, look at how fast you're moving, and make sure that you do not compromise your technique for intensity. I find weight training is fountain of youth, but weight training also puts a lot of people into physio because they have excessive weight in their arms and they are doing movement very fast and jerky. They're out of alignment. So it's always best to watch your technique in front of a mirror once in a while to see if you're doing things correctly. 4, 3, 2, oops, and 1. All right, roll the shoulders. I'm going to go to a squat and do right, left, right, 3 movement. 1, 2, 3, up, deep to the left. 1, 2, 3. Go deeper in your squat. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3. You can also add 1, 2, 3. Lift. 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 One more set. Hands up. I want to come forward so you can see me. You go up and I flip. Good. I go up and I flip. One set of these and then we're done with the bicep. I call bicep the good looking muscle. When you wear an evening gown, or in some cases, gentlemen, you know, sleeveless shirt, you will see the bicep muscle. It's a very dominant muscle to see. Very nice. One more. Keep your elbows in. We're gonna go to your triceps. If you have an injury, you wanna stay in this plane. You don't wanna activate the shoulder. It's from the elbow joint. So you go to 180, you stop. The common mistake is to do this. I don't go past 90 with my elbows. So that's option 1. Option 2 is you're gonna take your elbows to your head. Hopefully you can see me. I'm gonna squat a bit so you can see my elbows. I go for my opposite trap to have a good alignment. Otherwise, I'm gonna be doing this, and I'm gonna not really activate the tricep. I'm gonna be mostly use the shoulder in a bad way. So I'm gonna have my elbows to my head, and I'm gonna take my hand towards my opposite shoulder. I'm gonna work slowly. And I like to make my exercises compound. You can go in and out at the same time with the leg, and in at the same time with the arm. 8, 7, again, I'm doing this with the arm. 5, 4, 3, 2, we got 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and relax. Transition. Good. We did 2 sets of 8. I strongly recommend to lift the same amount of weight to your tricep and your bicep. People have the tendency of lifting a 10 or a 12 for their bicep and then going to an 8 for their tricep. And I also sometimes see a 5. It's not a good idea because it is an opposite muscle. You ultimately want to lift the same amount with the antagonist muscles. So if you lift an 8 for your bicep, 8 for your tricep. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Bring the arms in, transition. Very nice. We're gonna go switch arm. We're gonna go hinging from the hip, keeping your back flat. You don't wanna rotate. Shoulders are squared. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and switch side. Do the other way, stick your tailbone out, back is flat. I'm looking at you, so I may do a bit of this, but your shoulders are squared. So this is my frontal view. You're not tilted. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Very nice. That was our bicep and tricep. We did shoulders, we did legs, and we're gonna do some exercises for your legs. Feel free to drink some water. I'm gonna go and get some water and drink that water. Very nice. Here we go. We're going to go to a leg workout on the floor. We're going to use a bit more hamstring, a bit more core, inner thigh, and outer thigh. So to activate your hamstring, I'm gonna grab the heavy weights and put it on my belly. If you have no back injuries, if you do, please do not use weights and dig your heel into the floor. Again, I don't like this as much as I like this. My knee is right on, my ankle is right under my knee, slightly forward. And lift the pelvic up, and you're going to dig this leg into the floor. I get this hamstring by digging each time into the floor and lifting my pelvic up. Watch what you don't want to do. You really don't want to use momentum. It's very slow and very controlled. When you lift weights, you have to have full range of motion, slow and controlled movement. If that was a cardio move, and if I was doing something fast, then that's different because you're working your heart muscle and you don't have excess weight in your hands when you do that. Now, I already feel my hamstring here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Good job. Take a breather. Again, on your heel, on your toe, you're not going to feel your hamstring. You must concentrate on digging that heel that is on the floor into the floor mat. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Nice and strong. We're going to go to our side, and we're going to put a pillow down under your hip if you feel it. You're in a nice, comfortable position. Put your arms where you feel comfortable. You're going to go up, bend, extend, and down. Women are very strong in their legs. Men definitely are strong in their legs, but women, we can lift a lot. So I just find this 8 count is not doing anything for me. So feel free to grab the other weight. Now, what you don't want to do, you don't want to put your weight on your hip joint. You don't want to put it on your knee. So the weight is in the middle of my outer thigh. So the muscle is going to feel. So not only I'm working my outer thigh, I'm actually doing some hamstring work there as well. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 8 more. I'm just going to go up because we did hamstring a lot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now bring the weights down. Put your ankles behind you. I don't like this. It's in an awkward position. You're more in alignment here. So there's nothing wrong with that one. I like to be perfectly aligned. I'm going to put my weights in the middle of my knee and my hip. And I'm going to keep my leg not here, close to my other ankle. I'm going to go up to my elbow and support myself. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, And you can always stay here and do a bit more. But I'm gonna move on to the other side of the body. Again, grab both weights or one weight or no weights if you have any injuries. And put a pillow underneath your other hip. And we work our hamstring. Very nice. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. And it's a good idea to have your water with you. I don't have my water with me because it's on the side table. I didn't want many things in the view of the camera, but you feel free to put the water in front of you and drink it at any time. You want to be hydrated. Lift. Now, weight training is recommended minimum twice a week. You can lift weights 2 days in a row. It's not recommended. You need the muscles to relax. Unless you do upper body one day and lower body the other day. But for most of you who do classes, you probably do the whole muscle in one class. So 2 days minimum, ultimately 3 days. We're gonna go up 8 counts, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Always one side of your body pains you more than the other. My left side always pains me more than my right. We're gonna go to the bottom leg to work your inner thigh, put your leg behind, lift. So 3 times a week, if you do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, you wanna do 2 or 3 half-hour cardio a week. That works your heart muscle. And you wanna do 1 yoga Pilates classes or combination of fusion of a core and stretching, whatever you like. And that will be all you need. If that doesn't work for you, you may want to put your name on your fridge door, because as you age, at my age, I'm 61, basically I feel 90% of my weight is my food. When I was younger, that was 70 and then 80. But now at this age, I find metabolic rate drops out your metabolic rate is very slow. So it's best to always watch what you eat, and you don't want to go on a very crazy diet. So we're going to go to our core. That will be the last thing that we do. We're going to go side and lift. Side and lift. Side and lift. 5, 6. You want to make it harder, lift the other leg up. Okay, that's entirely up to you. 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're going to switch side. There we go. You're going to go side and lift, 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 side. Hang in there, 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Nice and easy. I don't like staying in the same plane for core all the time, because if you do have neck issues, and some of you bring your chin too close to your chest, so we're gonna go into a plank position. We're gonna have our elbows right under our shoulders. We're gonna have our knee This is not a plank, so you don't want to be 90 degrees. You want to have further back. So you're going to lie down on the floor and go on your knees. That's basically the position. That's option 1. Option 2 is a straight leg. Okay. Option 3, you could go back and forth. And option 5 is lifting or crossing the legs. So you choose. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and switch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You want to stay here. 8, 7. You can also alternate the knee down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Coming up, nice and easy to a child pose. Gently stand, coming up to a downward dog. First, do a few cat and cows. By the way, cat and cows are the best thing for your pelvic floor, your internal abdominal muscles. You want to make sure they work as well. Cat and cow is all about your tailbone moving up and down. It's not about the head movement so much. Let the head go naturally with your body. I hate it when people exaggerate this movement. This is not good for your neck. My body stops me where my head should go. From that position, take the body to a downward dog, take the tailbone towards the ceiling, get the shoulders away from the ears, pedal with your feet, come up to a very good stretch. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Very nice. Separate the shoulders from the ears. Come up. Very nice. Roll the body up. Good work. Roll the shoulders. If you don't have the ability in your legs to hold on, you may want to hold on to something. You know, I'm in my bedroom, so I have my bedpost here. And you want to go forward to the dancer's pose. When we stretch, it's best to have no shoes on because you can use your arches. Very nice. We're going to go to the other quadricep. It's going to be a little bit harder. So grab it, don't give up. Balancing is something that has to be practiced. If you don't practice balancing, you're not going to be able to use your back eventually. Balancing has got a lot to do with our spine. So if you want to keep your spine strong, you want to do some balance movement. Nice and easy, you're going to cross your leg over. My right is over my left, my right arm goes up. Rather than going towards the floor, I'm going to go diagonally towards the ceiling. I'm going to bend a bit, so just in case I'm off the screen. The elbow is here. So I'm getting tricep, lats, serratus anterior, internal external obliques, quadris lumbaris, IT band. If I push my hip out, I'm going to feel that fascia going all the way down to my knee. Very nice. Nice and easy. We're going to go to the other side. Going to bring your elbows. It's very important to warm up. It's very important to cool down and stretch. I watched many videos on YouTube. I find that the cool down is only a minute or two for a high intensity class, and that is going to give you injury. So please take your time to cool down a bit more than me. Flex your hands, bicep, forearm, and chest. Draw the shoulders down and back. Very nice. And we're going to do my infamous cool down exercise. You're going to open up your hands. You're going to go up, follow your hands all the way behind you, nice and slow. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. You're going to take a deep breath in, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope to see you next time. Thank you.